Welcome to a day of fun in the sun with Project Adventure. What we're going to try to do in this video is to provide you with a hands-on visual representation of the 20 or 30 top games that our staff is now using. You can rest assured that the games that you'll be seeing here that have been tried time and time again, and we know that they work well with almost any population. We've had letters from people who have come to our workshops and who have said, you know, I enjoyed the workshop and we played the games and they were great and I understood them and I feel very comfortable with them. But sometimes reading the books that Project Adventure has available, Silver Bullets, Bottomless Bag, Cows, Tails, and Cobras, I don't get the same feel for the games. And that's the reason for this video, so that you can watch it time and time again until you get a feel for it. I sent out a questionnaire to our staff about a year ago, asking them for a list of the top games that they would invariably use in a workshop situation. And the list I got back from them is the representation that you'll be seeing on this video. So what I'd like you to do is to just sit back and enjoy what's going on here. And the people that have collected here to play the games are anxious to go. So I'm going to ask them to line up in a circle to my left here, and we'll get going and show you some fun stuff. But before we start playing the game, I want to say a word about the objects of play. For this game, and for a lot of them that Project Adventure uses, don't use things where people are going to get hurt or where the chance of getting hurt is there, or where you're going to diminish that level of trust that comes from throwing something at somebody and having it hurt them. Throwing these fleece balls around, even if you miss them, there's going to be no problem, even if you get blindsided with one, because they're so soft. Whereas if you play the game with a tennis ball, which would seem harmless, or with something more harmful like a field hockey ball, you know, somebody's going to get hurt. Golf balls would not be good. So stick with something that's nice and soft for all of these games. This is a game that we've used a lot in the past to allow people to get to know each other a little better, but more specifically for people to learn each other's first names. Let's not go with the last names. The first names are hard enough. But it gets away from having to use that crutch that so many people use at the beginning of conferences or workshops, the name tag, where you put the name tag on and then you relax because you know that if you forget somebody's name, all you have to do is look at their chest area and you can figure out what it is. I notice everybody kind of flexes when I do that. So at the end of 3 days, and I walk up to somebody and I go to shake hands and I say, Bob, I've had a real good time. And you know that the person hasn't gotten to know you at all, or your face. And this game, although it deals with repetition and rote memory, I think you'll notice that there's something different about it that makes it usable, and maybe that difference is fun. Well, let's see how it works out. Okay, for this game, I'll say my name, my first name, give it to the person next to me, they say their name all the way around the circle. Okay, say your name distinctly and kind of slowly. Carl.
Doris. Joanne.
Dave. Greg. Gary.
Sue.
Bob. Tom.
Ann.
Conrad. John. Joe.
Okay, now, up to this point, all you have to do to play the game is remember one name, and then loft the ball to that person, and then they'll loft it to somebody else. By lofting, I mean throw it like that. Don't fire it in like you're playing softball, so that you have people reacting. Bob.
Doris.
Gary.
Joe. Dave. John. Tom. Greg. Conrad. Joanne.
Sue. Carl.
If you get to a point where you've been playing the game for a while and you notice somebody's not getting the ball because obviously everybody doesn't know their name but doesn't want to expose that and say, I don't know, just say, I don't know.
Greg.
Then the person says their name. And what that shows is that I cared enough to ask what your name was rather than just letting you stand there. And although we all know each other fairly well and the game flows pretty easily, you'll notice that when you're doing this with your students that that's going to be a little bit of a problem. So announce that if you can't remember somebody's name, to just say, I forget. And the person says, Sue. And then the game just continues from there. Also, you can put thank you to the person who threw it to you. So if I say Gary, he says,
Thank you, Carl.
and then it continues that way.
John.
Thank you, Gary. Bob.
Thank you, John. Joanne.
Thank you, Bob. Ann? Thanks, Joe.
Okay, then at some point, stop the game and say, go someplace else in the circle. Do that now, please. And what this allows you is to get a different look at the people in the circle, so that the person standing next to you, hopefully, will now be across from you. And then just continue the game.
Tom.
Thank you, Ann. Gary.
Joanne.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Carl. John.
Conrad.
And we're starting to put more balls into play.
Doris.
Thank you, Conrad.
Thank
Bob.
you, John.
Thanks, Greg.
Gary.
Joe.
Gets a little more confusing,
Joanne. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Gary.
so don't start introducing extra balls
Thanks, Joanne. Thank you, Conrad.
until you think that the
Thank
people
you.
know each other
Greg.
pretty well,
What's your name?
or have at least picked up on a few of the names.
Ann.
Thanks, Greg.
Joe.
Joe.
Thank
Conrad.
Thanks,
So you can put 2 or 3 balls into play,
Conrad.
and
Sue.
it makes the game more fun.
Thanks, Tom. John.
Gary. Thanks, Bob.
But as I mentioned,
Thank you,
make sure
Sue.
people know each other's names before you
Dave.
put the extra balls into play.
Bob.
Tom.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dave. Carl.
Then what you can say is the first person who gets stuck with 2 balls has to name everybody in the circle. So let's play that. Joanne.
Thanks, Carl. Tom.
Thanks, Joanne.
Dave.
Doris.
Hey, Dave.
Thanks, Conrad.
Okay, Dave,
All right.
give it a try.
All right. It's Carl, John, Tom, Bob, Conrad, Joanne, Doris, Joe, Greg, Sue, Ann, Gary.
All right, way to go, Dave. If you have a large group, say 30 people, it doesn't work as well as it did right here with the smaller group. And what you do is you take that larger group, split them in half, and have the circles separate. Have each half play the game the way that we did it here until everybody's comfortable with the names, and then have the people go back and forth until everybody has seen everybody. And hopefully at the end of that time, you'll have a working knowledge of the names, so that as you begin doing other stuff, other curriculum material in the workshop, you can say, Conrad, would you help me with this, rather than saying, hey, that guy over there with the green hat. It's a lot more personal to be able to use somebody's name.
Carl, starting off with a group of 30 people all who don't know each other, how long might that take?
Probably 20 minutes.
15, okay.
Yeah, not any longer than that. But don't ever make the mistake of thinking if it works like this, that you can do the same thing with 30 people in one circle. It's very confusing and it's boring. Well, since we learned each other's names, and we all know them real well now, let's get into a name game that involves a little consequence for not remembering. It's a name reminder game, and the consequence is kind of fun. I'll show it to you if everybody just sits down here, kind of posterior to posterior. This next name game with a consequence is called Wampum. What it involves is saying somebody's name quickly and then passing that name on before I get a chance to whack you with this bat. And the bat, it's important that you know something about the bat. It's made out of ethafoam, E-T-H-A-F-O-A-M. It's gymnastic mat material. It's not styrofoam. Don't use styrofoam for this bat. And you can hit people's feet, or actually any part of your body. It makes a loud noise and there's no pain involved. But what I suggest is, as you're demonstrating that, if the person's never been hit by one of these before, make sure you hit yourself. Don't hit somebody else, because they're going to react to the sound rather than what it feels like. And everybody else is going to be watching that and saying, oh wow, I don't want that to happen to me. So it's okay to whack yourself and to offer this to them if they want to whack their own leg. Don't go around hitting the students before the game starts. The way the game works is that I will indicate, or I'll point to one person in the group, for example, Joe, and then it's Joe's responsibility to say somebody else's name before I get over there and hit his foot with his bat. And then I have to go for that person that he's named, hit them before they say somebody else's name. And it continues until I finally catch up with somebody, hit their foot, then they take my place in the circle. I give them the bat, and then I have to say a name and sit down in their place. So the faster this game goes, the more fun it can become. And you don't have to worry too much about people concentrating on the game, because they know that their name is going to come up pretty quickly, or eventually. I'll be standing in the center, and I think it would work a little better if you move back just a bit and keep your feet toward me. Now, if anybody flinches, that is, if I come over here and go like this to Joe, and he pulls his feet back like that, that's an automatic catch. Tie goes to the person in the center, the samurai, and so if I come over here and Greg says somebody's name, the name at the same time I hit him, and I can say, that's it, and I hand the sword to Greg. But I think you'll understand the game more as we begin to play it. Start off with Ann.
Conrad.
Gary.
Dave.
Doris.
Joe.
Tom.
John.
Tom.
John.
Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Gary.
Bob.
Dave.
Conrad.
And
Joanne. Sue. Bob.
Greg.
Ann. Sue. Conrad.
Okay, let's stop here for just a second. Now, if you get somebody who is having trouble getting out of the center, you can either let it go for a little while longer, hoping that somebody in the outside will have compassion enough to slow down to let themselves be hit, or give the person in the center the out by saying that if anytime you want to get out, just walk up and hand somebody the sword and say, you're in. Okay, let's continue it.
I call it now, right?
Yep.
Conrad. Tom.
Dave.
Gary.
Where's Carl?
Tom last. That's a lack of compassion.
Note that.
Yeah, you have to call the name quickly.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't. Joanne.
Tom.
Dave.
Joanne.
Bob.
Ann.
Conrad.
Well, I was in the right direction.
Sue.
Bob.
Doris.
Ann. Joe.
And
Joe.
You're it. Okay, just as a finale, we'll have two people in the center. Conrad, go ahead.
move the circle out.
And move the circle out just a little bit.
I think
Okay,
I'm gonna
just
still
go
be
like-
in.
Okay, Dave, why don't you stay in?
Okay, we
Two
need
people going for the same person.
Oh, we only have one name going?
Only one name, yep.
Okay, who's gonna...
Joe.
Doris.
Sue. Bob.
Sue.
Come on, Ann. Gary.
Good night to time laying down.
Way to react, Sue.
Carl.
No!
Bob.
Nobody here now.
Doris.
Tom.
Joe.
Joanne.
Greg.
Who is it, Greg?
Greg.
David.
Ann.
You're too kind, Dave.
Ann. John.
Greg. Conrad.
Sue. Dave. Ah, no, I call my own name. I shouldn't do that.
Bob. I said Bob.
Joanne.
John.
Joanne.
Conrad.
Okay, let's hold it there. That's good.
All right.
Let's try Peekahoo, and what I'll need is a couple people to hold that piece of tent that we brought out. So a couple of you run over there and get that for me, please. The rest of you, I'm going to need you to split up in half, and so why don't we use the old thumb technique. So fold your hands. If your right thumb is on top, you'll be over here. If your left thumb is on top, go over there. By the way, that's a way of choosing up sides that will give you an approximate 50-50 split. It's hereditary. You have nothing to do with the way it happens other than the fact that somebody in your past did it the same way. If you don't believe me, as you sit there, try folding your hands. Whichever it comes out, right or left, try to do the opposite, and you'll find that it just doesn't feel right. So you have a way that you fold your hands, and as you see, it gave us about a 50-50 split. Same thing with the arms, by the way. Try the arms, either right or left. Okay, one group be on this side, one group on the other side. The object is to send one person, or hide the whole group behind the screen, and then send one person forward so that that person is face to the piece of nylon that we have here. Same thing on the other side, so that when Ernie and I drop this piece of tent material, like on 1, 2, 3, people are looking directly at one another. At that point, they have to name each other. The first person to name the other person, to give their name, wins that person, and that person comes over onto their side. So the first team that wins everybody is the name champion for the day. So, team, you're going to have to get yourself in a position where you're hidden behind the screen, and same thing over here. Okay, let's have one person forward, please. One person from each team facing the nylon screen. Okay, let's go. We need a person from the other team. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
He was standing up.
That was a dead heat, so both of you back. Okay, next person. Face to face with the screen. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Sue!
All right, Sue, you're over. Way to go, Robin. Okay, we have one on this side, one on the other side, and 1, 2, 3. It's not who points at the other person first. It's who says the name first. Okay, this time, 2 people, both face to face with the screen. 2 people on each side. And the object is for the team to name the other team as fast as possible. So whichever team says the 2 names the fastest wins them. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Dave, John, Selma, Dave, Selma.
Right here. You're over there. You're over there. Okay, this time, back to back. One person from each team, back to the screen, and then your teammates have to tell you who the person is without saying their name, without spelling it out, just saying things about them. Length of hair, color of clothing. One person here with their back to the screen. Okay, now your teammates can tell you who the person is, but not by spelling out the name, etc. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wearing a hat. Male, white cap.
Friend
Tom from Pennsylvania.
didn't do well the last game.
Hugo. He said John twice.
Did he say Tom? Oh, okay. Sorry. Referee changes his mind. You're out of here. Okay, ready? 2 people face to face on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, folks, please circle up right here. Put me in the middle of the circle. The name of the game is SWAT Tag. We've already played with these earlier. You know that you can get a SWAT with it without hurting somebody, so everybody should be familiar with that. The object of the game is for the person in the center, you can choose anybody to start, to go around, to walk around the circle, and to whack somebody below the waist, and say I'm going to come over here and smack Greg, get a good hit. Now Greg, you follow me into the center. We're going to have 2 circles, 2 rings. It doesn't matter what you put in here, frisbees, rubber rings, or what have you. And I'm going to take the sword and put it down on the ring after having hit Greg. Greg's going to pick it up, try to hit me before I get back into his spot. Then he puts it down on the circle, tries to get back before I can get him, and he's safe. And then I have to go off and try to get somebody else. And the game continues like that until we begin to put a couple variations in. Are you ready?
You have to go back to your own spot?
You have to go back to your own spot. So you leave kind of a gap right there so that the person knows where to go. You also cannot run outside the circle to try to get away. You have to be in the circle. The disc, you have to put the sword on top of the disc. On one of them, either one. If you miss, that is, if you come out and put the disc down and it's obviously not on the disc, the person is not obliged to pick up the sword, and you have to come back and put it on. I think it'll make more sense once we start to play.
All right.
So what you do is you come over here and you choose a leg to hit. And then Mary gets to choose whoever she wants, except me. Okay, quick, put it back over here. And then again. Quick, put it back. Mary, go get it. That was a touch. That was a touch. If it doesn't lay on the circle, you've got to come back and get it. Also, since people are moving rapidly here, think compassionately. You know, don't run into each other.
Nice.
Okay, now Susan and I are in the center. 2 people in the center. 2 swords. 2 circles. If you want it to last a little bit longer, you can play hospital tag, also called sore spot tag. The way you play it is exactly what we just did, but wherever you're tagged, you have to hold that spot. So tag innovatively. That's not very innovative, but if you're tagged near the knee, you hold that spot, but you're still in the game. You're going around trying to tag people. Then if you're tagged again, behind the head, wherever, you hold that spot. So now you've been tagged twice, you're holding 2 spots, you're still in the game. Now if Robin and I had been tagged in 2 spots, and we're trying to tag each other, we have to use our hips. So we come in and we try to tag hips, and usually somebody ends up tagging you from behind. Once you're tagged the 3rd time, you're mercifully out of the game. Kneel down, watch the game swirl around you. Okay, remember no head tags, but anything else goes. Obsession! That's not fair.
Somewhere down there.
Oh, yeah. Someone get Dave. I know.
You disagreed, you're both out, it's a tie, that's the way to end it. There are lots and lots of tag games to play, and you'll find that they work real well for warm-up activities. I'd like to show you one other tag game. This one involves less running, and it's a nice one to put in after everybody has used a lot of energy, for the running games. But what I'll need you to do is to choose a partner and link elbows with that person. So pair up elbows. Don't worry, you're not going to be partnered up with this person forever.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Okay, now I need Suki, if you and Dave would split. And Suki, you're going to be running away. Dave, you're going to be it. You're trying to catch Suki. Suki, you're going to go to one of these pairs and link elbows, like link elbows with Mary over here. That frees up Ann. Now Dave is chasing Ann. Ann, link up with somebody else. Okay, run, 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 run. Okay, now you've been tagged. You reverse. Now Dave, you try to get away and link up with one of the other pairs. Okay, keep it going. Go, go, go. Okay, do it. Susan, you're chasing. Go, go, go.
Can we move?
Yeah, oh yeah, you can move around. Pairs, you don't have to stay in one spot. You can keep moving.
Link up, link up.
No, too late. You got to chase him. Chase Greg. Okay, go. That's it. Okay, nice move. Okay, hold it there. We're going to have, John, why don't you be chasing Suki? And this time, we're going to limit it. We're going to call it 5-step tag. After you've been tagged, you only have 5 steps to link up with somebody else, or you're automatically caught. 5 steps only. Go. Two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was too many. Switch. Okay, you people as pairs, you can keep moving. Keep moving. Chase them. If you can't figure out who to chase, chase whoever looks like needs chasing. Okay, how about you two splitting? Mary, you run. Hugo, you chase her. Okay, hold there. That's good. Again, folks, try to finish that game with everybody chasing everybody. You know, don't leave it just one person being it. If you, as instructor, you can just walk up to a pair and say, okay, you take off and you chase them. Walk over to another pair and say the same thing until you get people running all over the place. And then the game ends and somebody will say, who won? And it's an obvious tie. Okay, the next game that we're going to attempt is Comet Ball. And of all the play implements that we've used over the last couple of years, I'd have to say that this is probably the most popular. And I think because there's very little serious that goes on with it. It's hard to be competitive with a ball that looks like this. And all it is just a used tennis ball, or if you can afford new ones, you can stick those in there too. And get yourself a bunch of knee highs. Try to get the ones that are the bright colors, because it looks more like a toy then, and you don't have that feeling that you're using a cast-off pantyhose like this one. It has that flesh color that is a bit of a turn-off for teenagers, and I don't know how you feel about it. But anyway, just open up the pantyhose, the knee highs, and stick the ball in. And I used to put weight in the balls to get more distance, but you really don't need it because then it becomes more of a weapon than anything else. But the idea is to make this into a throwing implement. And the beauty of it is that it requires a bit of coordination, so it's not something that happens immediately. You've got to practice with it a little bit. And there's that good feeling about spinning and then making it go where you want it to go. And when you throw it, I think you probably want it to go that way. But I think you'll be surprised if you've never done this before, if it ends up going that way. But that's okay, you know, because we've got lots of field space. And if it ends up in a tree, these things don't cost very much. What the heck, we'll just make some more. So what I'd like you to do is to pick up the ones that we have here. Just separate yourself on the field a little bit and then try tossing them back and forth. But to catch them, remember, as it's coming down like a comet, that's not a legal catch. It's got to be caught by the tail. And that's important for the game that we're going to play. So let's play some catch. See if you can throw it and make it go where you want it to go. Oh. Yo, I got it. Oh. Here you go. Way to go for it. Here you go, Dave. Sorry. Yow! Okay. Oh, way to go!
Nice! That's closer than I can get. Whoops! Heads up! Jeez, I keep going.
Okay, bring them in and let's talk about the game we're going to play.
Get out of here.
Okay, here's the game.
It is? Oh, this one's going to run in.
First of all, we've got to get into two teams. So what I'd like you to do is to pair up with somebody, please. Anybody? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Got a pair? Okay, within that pair, I'd like one of you to decide to kneel and one of you continue standing. One kneel, one stand.
I'll kneel. Okay.
Okay, everybody who's kneeling over here, everybody who's standing over here.
That was a dirty trick.
And you know what? That always comes out even.
Nice.
Okay, the game plan is very simple. Everybody on this side needs one comet ball. You folks can just put those comet balls off to the side. Everybody got one? Okay. The way the game goes is this group's going to back up a little bit, and on 3, 1, 2, 3, everybody's twirling their comet ball. They're going to throw them all at once. It's your team's responsibility to try to catch as many as possible using the approved catching technique by the tail. And then you count the number that you've caught, not the ones that end up on the ground. That's your score from 0 to whatever. Then you do the same thing, and we go back in this direction. And you play as many innings as you want back and forth until you either get tired of it or somebody is so far ahead that you know you're never going to catch up.
Okay, practice catch.
Okay, so would this team back up just a little bit more? Okay, this team, get yourself positioned however you want to position yourself and get ready for the catch. Folks, try not to throw it over their head. Try to put it right down on top of them. Okay, let me start you off. I'll say spinning. Everybody get spinning. Okay, spinning, spinning, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, how many? 1, 2. The score is 2 to zip. Yeah, Linda, that's a good. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's part of the game, Robin. I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to play one more inning, one more back and forth. Okay, spinning. Everybody spinning. 1, 2, 3. Here, Linda, here. Okay, the score is 3 to 1. If you catch 2, all you have to do is catch 2. 2 to tie. 2 to tie, 3 to win. Final round. Okay, everybody. Okay, here you go. Team spinning. 1, 2, 3.
That's a good one, Ann.
How many? 1. 1. Okay, that means the world's champions are the left-hand team. Okay, for this next game, which we'll call warp speed, we have to develop a pattern. And to develop that pattern, we'll be throwing this ball across the circle from person to person until everybody has caught it and thrown it to somebody else. The way to indicate that you haven't received the ball yet is just put your hands out like that, and that'll mean that you haven't caught it. Remember, as we're establishing this pattern, who you throw to and who you receive from, because if we forget the pattern, we're going to start the whole game over again. So just remember that, who you throw to and who you receive from. I'll start it off, and then the last person will finish by throwing it back to me. Okay? Here we go. Put your hands out if you haven't received the ball. Okay? And it's just a matter of keeping the ball going back and forth. Try not to throw it to the person next to you. Try to keep it going across the circle. Can you stand the excitement? Who hasn't received? And back to me. Sue. Oh, sorry. Here. She didn't? Okay. Okay, here. Now that we've got the pattern, do it a little bit faster. And you can see from, so far, having missed it, and also the fact that this might end up between somebody's teeth, that, again, you don't want to play with a ball that might cause injury. Make sure it's something soft enough to preclude that. Okay, try to do it again. This time, let's try to go all the way through without missing. Try to get it fast, but not so fast that you end up missing it. Okay, good. Okay, now here's... That was good.
A little rhythm, a little music.
It's very coordinated. Now what I'd like you to do, Dave, you have a digital?
Yeah.
Okay. Dave's going to keep time for this, and we're going to see how fast we can get through this whole sequence. Okay? I'll say start and stop for that. Are you ready? Yep. Okay, here we go. Start. Going for time. Good, efficient throws. Good.
Two.
Stop.
Right.
11.59 to the nearest hundredth of a second. And that, by the way, David, by the way, that happens to be a world's record for this group here today, right now.
Whoa.
And what we're going to try to do is break that record, right? I mean, what's the use to have a record unless we're going to break it? We're talking speed now. That was good, but we want to be fast this time.
Pressure's on, Jim.
I'll be a little better.
Ready, go! Oh, look at it. I can feel the speed.
I can't even see it. I can't even see it.
This is quick. I'm talking. Stop!
It's a 5. What do you think you did?
9.
9, yeah.
7. You did about a second better. 10.57.
10.57, which, of course, and that was pretty good, but which I think should tempt you to try to get below
10.
10, I think, and maybe even into the 9s if you're real
That's
good.
That's 100th of a second off everybody.
Now don't throw so hard this time, Jim.
Jim, I want to see this guy.
Okay, ready?
His ears are
Dave,
away.
go!
Wait. Wait. A little while to start the clock.
Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good.
Come on, potato.
Stop!
9.96.
9.96! Having achieved our goal, and just noticing while you're playing that game what an adept group you are, I have a feeling that you could probably lower that time considerably below what you've accomplished. And I'm even estimating, now don't be shocked, 6 seconds. I think you can do it in 6 seconds, but I think what you have to do is talk over what you've done up to this point and try to come up with some different ways of attempting the problem. What do you think?
Well, if we just visualized it.
We gotta cut down the distance.
Cut down the distance is an idea.
Linda had a good idea.
Well, if we just stand next to each other, like if I stand next to Linda and next to you, then I'll just pass it.
Right.
Like that.
Okay, the rule is it can't be passed. It's got to at least do this, and put your hand out. It's got to be that. In other words, I can't do
In
that.
the right order.
Yeah.
Go like that.
That's right. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. All right, let's try that. Right here. You threw it to me.
Right.
Because Jim threw to me and I threw to you.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Right?
Okay, right here.
That worked. I know.
Okay.
That's following this guy.
Now, what we're going to do is the same thing, except it's just in a circle. Nice choice of ideas. Okay, ready, Dave? Where are you? Okay. And go. You can't hand it. It's got a little bit of air between hands.
There. Nice job. Nice job.
And stop.
803.
Not bad, but we're looking for 6.
I feel good.
Go.
I know. Nice handoff. Good.
Stop.
7.14.
7.14.
Hey.
Any more ideas about how it could be made a little bit
take us
faster?
out of it.
No. Everybody just stand with one hand in the middle.
Just roll it.
Right around the circle.
There's a control factor there, though, that might be a bit difficult.
Has to be passed, huh?
That might work. How do you mean?
Ramp?
Funnel, so it comes down and knocks in all the way down.
If we got it all.
How would you set it up, though?
Some people get down low.
I'd have to start it up here.
Start and let it go.
I think the spiral,
Might be kind of hard.
but the funnel idea sounds pretty good.
But does that meet the rules?
Yeah, because it's going, it's bang, 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 bang all the way down.
See if we can do it.
Okay, let's
build
try
a
it.
funnel?
Here we go.
You got it.
I'll start it here.
A funnel like this, you mean?
No, like an angled hand to hit a hand to hit a hand.
Gary has to put his hand.
So it's a better.
No, I didn't say his left hand. Now the other hand.
get over
back. No.
Left hand, Gary.
Oh, is the sun bad?
Okay, sun's fine.
Okay, keep the.
Come on, gang.
Timers, you ready this
I'm
time?
trying to get
Yep,
the
this is
right
it.
angle.
For the world's record.
Oh, that's
Okay.
what your hand's doing in there.
Go! Stop!
Oh, perfect.
1.22.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's a world's record. And it's going to stand.
Yeah, that last game that we just finished, Warp Speed, allows a group to start off with the challenge and then feel that they've accomplished it by doing whatever time you established. What was the first one, 10 or 11 seconds? And then the instructor saying, well, I think you could probably knock that down a little bit. And then the group accepting the challenge, not really thinking they can knock it down much more than a second or two. And then finally figuring out that there are ways, using their initiative, to finally get to a point where they're doing it in 1 or 2 seconds. Whereas if you had announced that at the beginning, you know, they'd have said, no way. It just gives them the idea that perhaps they can accomplish the impossible, whatever it happens to be. But after you've established that pattern, use it for another game, which will group juggling. What I need you in is the exact position that you were in for the last time. Is that what you're in right now?
No.
Okay, just move around until you were where you were.
Where we started?
Yeah.
We started in the
When we
circle.
established the pattern.
You were over here. You were next to